Geek hobbies have always been prone to simping problems, and that's the girl in the comic shop effect. They kind of made fun of this back in the movie Chasing Amy, right? If you remember that back in the day, like there's the one girl in the comic shop, she's so hot, everybody falls all over her, and that's kind of reality with what happens in these geek hobbies. These geek guys don't get a lot of female attention, and so of course they bend over backwards to do that. Now pair that with say the current modern way that social media works, where girls are given attention for basically putting up softcore porn everywhere, trying to get guys to pay attention to them for their assets. And you're not allowed to talk about it as a man. If you talk about it as a man, you're slut shaming. You are being bad. And and so the simps kind of like actually control the culture in a lot of these hobbies, and will actually try to harm anybody who even like brings it to light. Now, we have a very funny situation going on in board gaming with Calvin Wong Ziloon, who is an absolute nut job, SJW, woke activist, trying to cancel some board game developer because he actually pointed out how absurd some of these Instagram accounts are that are, quote, promoting board gaming. And we're going to go over that in just a second. Let's address this. My name is John Delarose. I'm a #1 best-selling author, an award-winning comic creator, and I'm going to be coming to Kickstarter very soon with my book, Flying Sparks Ultralight Beams. This is going to be in the description below right here, and we have 5 volumes of this beautiful series. All of them will be available. So if you're new and you want to check out just the first volume or whatever, it'll be up here on the Kickstarter and everything. Let's just rack up the score. You can enjoy great comics from somebody who doesn't hate you, and that's always fun to do. So this is going to be in the description below. Of course, we'll have a nice campaign that's all detailed with all the information. You can see the pretty art right now. Get notified on launch so you can check that out, that little green button, and you'll be good to go when we are ready. Thank you so much, bye guys. All right, so here's the situation with Calvin Wong Ziloon. This is so funny to me. Let's go to my private browser real quick that I have to deal with this with. So here we are. And you can see how he reacts when somebody pointed out the simping. And I'll show you how light of criticism of the simping it is. It's not my level whatsoever. I'm very direct. But somebody was just making a pretty good joke. And we'll see it. Some fuckhead dude decided to make fun of a woman for posing with a board game, presumably because she's dressed nice and shows off her legs while holding the game. Yeah, simp. I do not give a fuck if she was nude. That's her choice. You don't get to mock her. Actually, we do. And we're going to mock a couple of these in just a second because I think it's very funny what women are doing. And I think it's hilarious that this guy points out how absurd it is to try to sexualize something like board games, of all things. Calvin is insane, and this is, of course, where it goes. And he doesn't stop there because the woke never just make one tweet, my friends. They never do. They have to do a thread. Saying her behavior is ridiculous, which it is, says more about you and your lack of understanding of your own body issues than it says about hers. Oh, yeah, you're so stunning and brave, Calvin. Ah, so stunning and brave. I hope she'll sleep with you. I think is he gay? Let me see, hold on. I don't know, but oh well. It's no different than if she spent hundreds of hours painting minis and posting photos of them. It actually is, because the minis are the product, the game, what we're interested in, and of course people get to learn how to paint their own minis and things like that. She is promoting herself, her body, being sexual, and trying to sell her sexualization to an audience, which is called prostitution. And we're not supposed to acknowledge that, according to you. Presented in a way she finds aesthetically desirable. There's nothing wrong with using sex appeal for clicks. No, well, it is advertising. It's a tale as old as time, of course. But I think we're in a different period at this point where we're not actually she's not selling games for real. She's not actually working on selling the game. She's selling herself and her Instagram account. It is selling sex. That is what it is. There's nothing else to it. Now, you can simp if you want. That's up to you. But we have an epidemic in our society. And it's really funny. I just wanted to play board games, my friends. I want to say that again. There's nothing wrong with a person using their sex appeal to get clicks or attention or compliments. That's true. I use my sex appeal to get clicks and attention and compliments every day on my channel right here. Thank you for watching me. I know I'm beautiful, my friends. The only harm being done here is from dudes like him who never question his emergent and puritanical culture and thinks a woman posing is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. It is degenerate, and it is something that, honestly is bad for our culture. the Christian way of doing things, where you don't kind of flaunt this stuff, is a better way, and it's a healthier society and really leads to healthier relationships between men and women, which we don't have anymore in modern society. Things have quite changed.
Honestly, we should start posting tits and ass for our next board games. Bring them thirst trap board games back.
Which is really funny, because these are the same people, these SJWs, that if there is a pretty woman dressed in boob armor on a board game, they start going off on how it's misogynistic, male gaze, all this stuff. But when it comes to the context of simping and having to white knight for this lady who doesn't need white knighting, she's got a great following, they are all on this side. It's always hypocritical with them, right? It's always hypocritical. Now, look, 2D women are and drawings of women and all that, you want to make everything look pretty. Beauty's a good thing. But on the other hand, like, this is clearly something different. This is fat material, and that's not a good thing either. So very obvious what's going on here, and of course he's got the dumbest take of all time.
Fuck puritanism, fuck mocking women's choices, and fuck absolutely everything about mocking random strangers whose choices you do not fucking agree with or understand.
Isn't he ranting about a random stranger's choice to make something funny on the internet? Yeah, he is. So he's not practicing what he preaches. I think it's funny. I can't wait to show you what he's so outraged about. You're going to laugh very hard in just a second, so stay tuned.
I am fucking mad. You all get mad, Calvin, today. Holy fucking shit.
Dude, Calvin, you need a therapist and you need to get off the internet.
Message to my fellow nerdy dudes. Did you not know it's possible to like your...
Oh no, what a take.
Your body. It may be pasty and soft and you don't like your belly.
Well, I'm going to fat shame, Calvin. You should probably work out, okay?
And you think your hair is weird? Guess what, dude? Jet Black exists, and he is hot as fuck.
Woo, what a take. Honestly, I'm all for fat shaming. I'm all for slut shaming. I think these are healthy things. I don't think that people should act like this in society. I think it's a disgusting thing. And it is leading towards just the destruction of relationships between men and women. And of course, the fat situation and all that, and glorifying that and saying it's just as valid or whatnot, is leading towards people just being unhealthy in their lives and medical conditions. It's not a good thing, objectively. And so we're going to bring it back. We're going to tell you the truth because, honestly, people are afraid to tell you the truth these days. Now, this is what Calvin Wong Ziloon is so outraged about. I've been hyping this for a second, but it's ridiculous what he's outraged about. It's not my flying sparks. Nobody could be outraged by that. But here it is. This is a board game designer. He's got like 2,000 followers, and he says, "I've decided to become a board game reviewer influencer." And so he takes her picture, which is ridiculous. She's sitting on the floor with her legs spread, like she's trying to get sex out in a situation, with her legs shown and just holding up a board game. There's nothing. You don't look at the board game, right? You look at her. And that's her intention with that, and that's what's funny. So he does it, and he demonstrates. This is great, because I love how it's shown, not told. He demonstrates exactly how ridiculous this looks when it's somebody who's not just putting up their sex and not, I mean, no offense, dude, if you watch this, but not as attractive as the one on the left doing it. It looks weird. It looks silly. And he doesn't quite have the pose right, because he's not pushing his legs up in that, like, I'm spread eagle, come get me sort of pose, which would demonstrate this even further. But this is really funny, and it is true that, like, more and more influencers are not actually talking about board games, doing anything with board games. They're just doing this kind of thing. Now, we found her profile, and this is her entire... Look at her. She's in a nightie here. I mean, this is obvious. It's ridiculous. It's so funny. That she does this, and she's a good-looking gal. I mean, I get it. I get why you might want to follow an account like this. Guys, look at this. Look with the little stockings here. Oh my god. So this is definitely something to make fun of, and I think it's ridiculous, and it has nothing to do with board gaming, and it is ridiculous, and it is a testament to our society that this gets a big following. I mean, gosh, how many followers does this chick have? She has 45,000 followers just doing this, right? Because there are a lot of simps on the internet, and the simps are addicted to porn. This is like a softcore porn. It really is. I'm sorry, gents. and they're addicted to looking at this kind of thing, scrolling at this kind of thing. It's actually killing men's relationships with women in real life because, of course, you're staring at women all day, and you're not paying attention to your loved ones and things like that. It's really a nasty sort of thing that the society's built around this. And I'm not blaming this gal. She's using what she's got in order to get that following, in order to make money or whatever. God bless her. I hope she does well. And I hope she doesn't cause anybody to stumble in doing that well. But it is, overall, the global situation is a bad thing. There's a lot of this. I mean, all these board game chicks do this. Here's some low cut. I've highlighted Gnarly Carly before. Now, she's not quite as wanton about it, but I've seen her also posing on her knees on a bed in this sort of situation, clearly using this sort of thing. Now, we're not allowed to discuss it, or we're misogynistic, we're bad. It's okay to discuss it. It's okay to have thoughts about this. It's okay to notice that these women are using access to their sexualization as influence and attention for themselves, and that's how they're getting ahead. And I don't know what to do about it, to be honest. I'm sure, I mean, nothing against these gals. I'm sure they're nice people. I'm trying to be nice, but it is a bad thing that our society has come to this, and it is really funny. It's really funny that this dude pointed it out and did this. So God bless him. I hope you sell lots of games. I hope you don't get canceled too hard. I see the board game industry trying to cancel him pretty hard. But we have a simping epidemic in board gaming, and gosh, wouldn't it be nice just to get back to games? Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit that like and subscribe button. And of course, check out Flying Spark's Ultralight Beams. If you're going to simp for my 2D character, damn it. No, but it's going to be a good story. And I don't think I over-sexualize my characters. I try to keep things PG, my friends. And it's right here. Hit that little notify on launch. We'll be back soon.